The magic of the gingerbread house. Once upon a time, in a small village surrounded by pine forest and snowy mountains, there lived a young girl named Millie. She lived with her grandmother in a small wooden house. Every year, when the snow started to fall, they would bake gingerbread together. It was a tradition that Millie loved most of all. This winter was no different. Millie helped her grandmother prepare the gingerbread dough, kneading it until smooth, and then cutting it into shapes of little people, trees, and animals. The sweet smell of freshly baked gingerbread filled the house as her grandmother took it out of the oven. Millie sat at the table, decorating a small gingerbread house with icing and colorful candies. She felt joy every time she worked on this, especially when she imagined that her gingerbread house was alive. While Millie was decorating one of the gingerbread figures, something strange happened. The small face she had just iced started to move. Millie stopped, watching in amazement as the gingerbread figure slowly stood up. The little gingerbread man, with his chocolate chip eyes, smiled warmly at her. Millie was stunned. But the gingerbread man wasn't just an ordinary cookie. He introduced himself as Ginger and explained that a special magic brought him to life. There was more to this story. He told Millie that a fierce snowstorm was on its way, and the village would soon be buried under the snow if they didn't prepare. The gingerbread house she and her grandmother had made was no ordinary decoration, but a magical house that could protect the village from the storm. Millie listened with excitement and worry. She had never imagined that the gingerbread house she made for fun could hold such power. Ginger explained that the key to unlocking the house magic was hidden at the top of a snowy mountain, and they needed to find it before the storm arrived. Without hesitation, Millie decided she would help to save the village. She packed supplies and prepared for the long journey. Together, Millie and Ginger set off toward the snowy mountain. They traveled through a dense pine forest where the snow covered everything in a blanket of white. The cold wind howled, making the journey difficult. But with Millie's bravery and Ginger's cheerful spirit, they pressed on through icy paths and past hidden animals that watched them from the snow. When they finally reached the peak of the snowy mountain, Millie found the magical key glowing brightly in her hand. As the storm began to gather in the sky, Ginger urged them to hurry back to the village. Once they returned, Millie used the key to unlock the door of the gingerbread house. Suddenly, the gingerbread house began to change. It grew larger and larger, expanding into a massive shelter that could hold everyone in the village. The villagers quickly gathered inside to escape the snowstorm, all thanking Millie and Ginger for protecting them. After the storm passed, the gingerbread house remained, standing as a symbol of warmth and safety. Every winter, villagers would bake gingerbread houses once more, remembering the story of Millie and Ginger and the magic that had saved them. That tale was passed down from generation to generation, becoming a legend in the little village among the snowy mountains. And so, the story of Millie and Ginger lived on in the hearts of everyone. The end.